American politics are so fucking cooked. We are so cooked. We were fed propaganda as children to think that America was the best country on earth. No, it's not. No, it's not. We are literally falling into rapid decline of fascism. We are turning into the next Hitler. And, like, so many people see it. Even the ones that don't see it, it's just, like, so many people see it and no one does anything about it because we were raised from children to be workers. Our mentality is capitalistic. We cannot imagine any other way of living. That's why no one takes off work. We don't do mass protests or go on strike anymore because capitalism is so intricately ingrained into us since infancy. We need to rewire our brains to think of socialist reforms, not capitalistic reforms. We need to rid our hearts of greed. We need to do something. People are dying.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Terrence Carter. TC Talks, TC Fitness. I'm gladly here with y'all. Back at it again with a new YouTube video. So, as y'all can see, I got some more videos for you guys to watch. This video is talking about how America is completely cooked. Plenty of people have been saying that, including myself. Between people working full-time jobs and not making enough money, people not having jobs, the cost of living constantly rising, the healthcare prices going up, people are starting to feel a lot more fatigued, and a lot of people are starting to honestly give up on the economy and sadly on themselves. Now, I tell y'all often, like, you gotta try your best to stay, resilient, to stay true to yourself, to try your best to not let so much of the outside noise, like knock you off your square, however they say the term. And you got to try your best to, just persevere through this. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore what's going on. Don't pretend that everything is okay, because it's not. But try your best to, push through and do what you can with what you have. America is going through it. Americans are going through it. And this is not the time to have a lack of empathy for people. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the videos. If you do, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, watch the videos through, and let me know if you want more videos like this.
The President of the United States has just announced that he's cutting off all federal funding to blue states. This would be the collapse of the United States of America if he is not prevented from doing this. This is an illegal seizure of spending power. This is a collapse of federalism, and it is a constitutional coup. Infrastructure in states will come to a screeching halt, so construction workers will lose their jobs in mass. Road projects will end. Transit projects will end. Medicaid care will be shut off. Hospitals will close. Nurses and doctors won't get paid, and nursing care facilities will shutter. School lunches, food assistance, public workers, and state budgets will completely collapse. This will cause the loss of life and irreparable harm to children, to the elderly, to veterans, to working families all across this country. And we will officially be an authoritarian government. Our Constitution will be null and void. This is serious, and we should take it serious. Congress needs to act now. Democrats and Republicans. He is destroying the United States of America as we know it.
I just want to say this, y'all. If you walk around this planet and you think that none of this stuff is affecting you, you are oblivious to the truth, right? A lot of these things that's going on is affecting everybody. Lack of money, aka jobs not paying enough money, it affects businesses. Point blank period. People that's working full-time jobs and then not making enough money, that affects them. Corporations gaslighting people and expecting you to just be happy with the scraps and be grateful and all that stuff and just pretend like everything is okay, that affects everybody around you, and that affects you too. And with all this stuff going on the planet, all the chaos, I know we gotta try to stay calm in the midst of chaos, but it's not gonna get any better. not gonna get any better. America is crumbling.
If I was a smart imperialistic dictator and I wanted to take over your country, I will pull a page out of the book Art of War. And that page would be divide and conquer. And to divide and conquer, all I would have to do is exploit a problem that has always been a problem and continues to be a problem in that place I wanted to take over. Everyone in America knows, you should know, Civil War is coming. It's coming. And not only that, a world war is coming. It's coming. Now, if I was smart, before that war happened, I would start to divide the people that I want to take over, especially if these people are already trying to divide themselves. I guess what I'm getting at is, when this civil war happens, people are gonna die, and the country is gonna be very, very weak. And when they're very, very weak, if I were a smart, imperialistic, would-be conqueror, I would wait until you guys fuck each other up, then I would come in and slaughter you all. America's cooked.
I have to say, living in the United States of America is one of the best journeys in order to really find who you are. And I'm serious, you guys. This country is so notorious for disconnection. Because if you guys think about it, the first thing someone asks you, what do you do? They don't ask your name. They don't ask your passions. They always ask you, what do you do? In order to see how their profession and their occupation is way better than your entry-level job or you trying to climb up the damn corporate ladder. Again, this country is notorious when it comes down to business, money, and disconnection. Why are people miserable here? Because the problem is they pride on a few things: making money, climbing up the corporate chain, and surviving and paying their bills, and surviving. Lived in Thailand, South Korea, Mexico, and Spain. I can tell you life is way better overseas in the United States of America. That's all.
Trump just said he doesn't think the ICE raids have gone far enough. And the sad part, I'm not even joking. Basically, he did an interview for 60 minutes, and the interviewer was asking him, saying, you know, some of these ICE raids, they've been smashing windows, pouring tear gas into neighborhoods, tackling a young mother. And the interviewer basically said, like, don't you think these raids have gone too far? And he said he doesn't think they've gone far enough. This came out of his mouth. And people still don't see the issue? What? So how far do you want them to go? Genuinely don't get it. How are people defending this? It's literally something new every single day. Are people failing to forget that these are actual families? Like actual real human beings? Actual kids? With actual lives? I'm actually failing to see hope right now. Like genuinely. Yo, I know I joke around a lot on this app, but like this is actually some serious stuff. Like this came out of his own mouth. Like how far do you want them to go? Because any farther, and it's going to be inhumane. Why are we normalizing treating people like animals? Hello? Like, this is literally why it's so important that people know about what's going on in the world, especially in politics. Like, for anybody saying that it's not that serious, if he's comfortable saying that on national television, just imagine what's being said in private.
Sometimes the job you doing just really ain't meant for you. No matter how good the pay is, no matter how good the benefits is, no matter how good the vacation time is, or no matter how convenient the motherfucking job is. So I was thinking back earlier today, when I was working at this one job, man, I was working there for 8 years, bro. Good ass job. Good ass benefits. I remember I had like 5 weeks of vacation a year, some shit like that. And I just remember waking up one day and looking up like, damn, bro, I've been in this motherfucker 8 years. And when I tell y'all, I really just felt like I was dying inside, bro. Like I really felt like I was withering away. Like whatever type of passion or whatever type of life I felt like I had inside me, I felt like that shit was just leaving. You know what I'm saying? Day by day. So one day I just up and decided to quit, bro. You know what I'm saying? No cap. I just up and decided to quit. And I still can remember people saying, bro, you gonna quit this job? Ah, hell no, boy, you a fool. It's a good ass job, man. All this benefit, the money, all this, bro. You crazy as hell. Which it was a good job. But I just felt like I was meant to do greater things. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like I was meant to do more with my motherfucking life. And some just were telling me like, nigga, you gotta get out, bro. And that's what the fuck I did. And I still don't regret the decision I made because I ended up making way more money. I ended up having my own business. I ended up being able to control my own schedule. And the only reason I ain't doing that shit now, because I fucked that up. You know what I'm saying? So I said all that to say this, man. If you feel like you supposed to be doing something better with your life, something greater with your life, man, quiet all that motherfucking doubt out in your head, bro. You know, sometimes you just gotta jump off the porch, man. Sometimes you gotta get out here and do something different. And don't be worried about a motherfucker telling you what you shouldn't do. You know, because you know deep inside whether or not the shit for you. Sometimes it just ain't for you. And you gotta go out there and find what is. Straight like that.
But these jobs do not give a fuck about you. I'm not gonna tell you to quit your job, but these jobs don't care about you. The manager don't care about you. The crew members don't care about you. Nobody care about you. You feel me? But I'm not gonna tell you to quit your job though. One thing I will tell you, go and make your money. You feel what I'm saying? Because they don't care about you. And it's so crazy because they really jealous and envy you for real, because you just go in that bit, you do your job and you dip. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, what's wrong with that? Like, why you saying something to me? Why you creating shit to the point where it seems like I'm doing something wrong when you know I'm not doing nothing wrong? Like, I'm confused. Like, I can't just come in and do my job, go about my business. Like, I'm a nice person. I'm genuine as fuck. It's just like, especially if you work the type of job where, like, it's on you on what time you get off. Like, you ain't trying to have no conversation, because it's like, bro, I'm trying to get the fuck off. We can talk after work. On my mama. When we both off, well, when I'm off, we can talk. On my mama, we have all the conversation in the world that you want. But, like, I ain't trying to be rude, but while you talking, I'm working. I'm trying to go and get the fuck off, you feel me?
You know what we need to motherfucking do? We need to stop pushing Americans past their fucking breaking point! Hustle culture has gotten out of control, and we cannot afford to live here! Stop pushing us past our fucking limits! We just want to be able to breathe! Breathe! We need fucking relief! We work every fucking day, and the money doesn't amount to anything anymore. It's never enough. It's never enough anymore. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? When does it stop? Somebody, please, when does it stop? This is not okay, like, at all. It's honestly one of those days where I just want all this to be over. Like, I don't know if there's any saving us or not. This is bullshit.
Is it just me, or is America crashing out, man? Is America crashing out? And I'm not blaming anybody. I just feel like people are not doing well, and it's not all their fault. I was looking at some statistics, man. We got the highest unalive rate in all the countries, right? We got the highest drug use rate of all the countries. We got the highest overdose rate of all the countries. Why is America doing so bad mentally? You know what I mean? America has low-key turned into a psychiatric hospital. And it's nobody's fault. I think it's what's happening to us. But I feel like America is crashing out. We in the crash out era right now. I don't know what's going on, but people aren't doing well, and something needs to be done. People was crashing out, man. America is tripping right now. And I love America, but it's tripping.
All right, so I was thinking about the structure of work environments. I do that when I'm nervous. I do stuff when I'm nervous. I was thinking about the structure of work environments, and something that I found to be so interesting was that the people who work the hardest do or get paid the least, and the people who get paid the most work the least. Think about all of the people in all corporate structures and corporations who are on salary, and you can count on a hand how many times you've seen them in office, how many times they've had 3-hour lunches. It's like, if anybody's ever worked in a job where they started at the bottom of the totem pole, the minimum wage position, movie theaters, fast food, you'll notice that you might get a 30-minute break on the entirety of your time working there for that shift. And sometimes they'll even try to cut into that 30-minute break because they need you to work so hard. You working so hard and get paid the least. And this isn't having anything to do with people who are doing the work, This has to do with the structure of the workplace as a whole. I just think that's so interesting. And I'm conflicted on how I feel about it, because on one hand, I think that I don't know if I believe it's wrong, but I think that it's interesting that the people who do the most get paid the least. But then also on another hand, on another token, on the karmic side, I understand and I resonate with, in the beginning, you're going to do the most work for the least amount of credit and the least amount of results. And then as you propel and as you ascend up the ladder and throughout life, the results that you get and the yield on the work that you did previously will come to you. So I'm conflicted, because I think that it's wrong when the people doing the most work are going home sweaty, tired, hurt, injured, sick, and then the people who do the least work had lunch for 5 hours. I think that that's a little interesting. But then, so I'm very conflicted, but I thought that was very interesting. It's very interesting. Interested to see how y'all think about that.